Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEWX Local Global 1987. We're back with some GCW, and we're here on the January 6th episode of Fuel. We start off with Mankind cutting a promo in the ring. I'm a little sick, by the way, so I'm sorry if I sound a little off, and if I have to pause the recording a few times to cough and things like that. Mankind is cutting a promo, and DX come out, Dustin Rhodes comes out, and Mankind wants to apologize to all of them. He does so. He wants forgiveness, and DX leave the ring, followed by the Hardcore Champion Dustin, and after that, The Rock, Pearl Harbor's, OSW for you. The Rock comes into the ring and blindsides Mankind, hits him with the title, and beats him down. 68. Perry Saturn defends the TV Championship up next and gets the victory over Meat in 227 with a Death Valley driver. So 70, not too bad. The Nation of Domination come out, and Stevie Ray wants Perry Saturn in a match next week. So 59. We're backstage with part owner of GCW, James J. Dillon, and he announces that next week, first we're going to introduce the new commissioner of GCW. So 72. Rey Mysterio defeats Hector Garza of the LWO. This was our high spots match. Not too bad. BPI is getting a promo, and Eddie Guerrero comes out, and Eddie wants Benoit wants Eddie next week in a rematch for the IC title. Jesse Ventura and The Rock are backstage, and they're mocking Steve Austin and Mankind, just having a little bit of fun. Triple H and Raven go at it. Triple H gets a victory by DQ after Kanyon ran in and attacked Triple H. Afterwards, we got a beatdown by Kanyon and Raven, beating down Triple H, and Mankind makes a save. 78. Brian Pillman and The Undertaker are going to be exchanging some words. Gets an 88, and they both think that they should be the number one contender for the GCW World title. So, I don't know where this is going to go, but Pillman also has a match tonight against The Big Show in tonight's main event. Hardcore title on the line next, and Farouk defeats Dustin in 9 minutes with the Dominator. We have a new Hardcore champion. Only 8 days after Dustin won it, Farouk is now the champion, so gets an 80. Backstage, James J. Dillon and Jesse Ventura, they agree that next week, the new commissioner will be introduced first thing. So, it's going to start off the show. So, 89. And our main event, another 89. Brian Pillman defeats The Big Show by DQ after Ken Shamrock ran in. And we got a beatdown. Diamond Dallas Page ends up coming out to make the save. And our show ends with an 88. So, not too bad. $1.4 million. Popularity is going up all over. Yeah, no complaints there. And I already wrote next week's episode for episode 100. I've got my shows written out until January 27th's Fuel. That's the last show that I wrote. But if the network doesn't let me have a 3-hour episode next week, then I might have to rewrite some things. So let's see if they're going to let us. So Fuel. Can I make it 3 hours? Oh, they're going to let us. Perfect. Which means next week, can I move it back down to 2 hours? Okay, good. Which means next week, Fuel is going to be 3 hours for the special episode 100. So I think that's pretty good. And we still got a Rival TV to book. Right, the January 7th. So we're done with GCW. Well, let's go to Rival Pro. Yeah, we know that. So Rival TV. Alright, keep the night off. Stay in the tri-state. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine, Okay. A lot of shit. Alright. I forgot to do a talent trade. I'm going to be real honest with you. So, which means I'm going to have to rebook some things on the fly. Which I think I can do. Let's just see if there's anybody local who's willing to work for us. Dynamite Kid. Jake Roberts. Hello. Okay, fair enough. Jimmy Snuka? We can do Jimmy Snuka. Or Dynamite Kid. I think Dynamite Kid's a better choice, but yeah, he's... Okay, so let's just do Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's add an angle. We're gonna have Shane Douglas cut a promo. Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley are gonna come out. Jimmy Snuka is gonna back up Shane Douglas. Alright, that can be around 10 minutes. Alright, let's do Edge versus Steven Richards. Give them around 8 minutes with Edge going over. Okay, we're going to have backstage Val Venus and Mark Henry. Venus calls him Sexual Chocolate. And that's the debut of Sexual Chocolate. We're going to have Disco TV with Disco Inferno, Mike Awesome, and Jerry Lynn is going to be the special guest with Johnny Ace interrupting. That can go 8 minutes. We're going to have the Sultan in action. Whoops, what happened there? The Sultan versus, I think it's Darren Drozdov I wanted. Yep. It's going to go 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Sultan getting the victory. And we're going to have Don Callis. He's going to be looking backstage for his new client. That can go 4 minutes. Alright. And we're going to have our main event. It's going to be a tag team match. Jimmy Snuka, Shane Douglas, Bubba, Devon. 13. Shane Douglas. Alright, and we have Shane Douglas, Jimmy Snuka, Taz, and Don Callis. Perfect. Run the show. Alright. So starting the show, we've got Shane Douglas cutting a promo, the Dudleys interrupting, and Jimmy Snuka comes out to back up Shane Douglas. This was supposed to be Diamond Dallas Page, and I forgot to do the talent trade, so I'm going to have to maybe rewrite some things. Or I can just play it off and pretend it was Page all. That's probably not what I'm going to do, but I'll probably just pretend that, or not pretend, it's going to be Jimmy Snuka, but next week I'm just going to move along and have DDP show up, and because the way I wrote it, he can still probably make his debut next week and still kind of make it make sense. So we're just going to do that. 38. Edge defeats Steven Richards. Mark Henry and Val Venus. This did alright. And by alright, I mean absolutely dreadful. We've got Disco TV with Jerry Lynn, and Johnny Ace ends up interrupting. The Sultan defeats Darren Drozdov. Don Callis is looking for his new client. And Jimmy Snuka and Shane Douglas have excellent chemistry. Good to know. 53, so not too bad. And afterwards, Taz beats down Douglas and Snuka. So this didn't do too bad. Growing our popularity over the States. And do I want to book episode? I'm 10 minutes in already. No, I'll save it. I'll save it for next episode, and I'll just upload again later in the week. So thank you guys for watching this episode of GCW. Make sure to like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want more. We're closing it on 10 years of GCW. This company's 10th birthday is on March 1st. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.